All right, I'm gonna step out because this kind of was the cliff that I jumped off of initially. So, and it goes like this. We're all gonna die someday, so you better lay them tracks straight. And that was one line from the eulogy that I delivered to family and friends upon the death of my wife. And I died that day. But that line has, in my work with Linda, kind of become prophetic in that probably about a year later, I came to the discovery that I no longer existed in the person that I was for the time that I was married. And there was no going back. And in that time, Linda and my paths crossed. And this is a humorous story, so I'll share it with you. I'm on social media and saw an advertisement for laughter yoga and tango. Now I'm at my low ebb and I'm kind of going, dadgummit, this is just too big of a carrot for me to pass up. So I go, and Linda's going to talk about her gift of laughter yoga, but needless to say, it was again another stretch of my imagination. And it was a time where I was questioning myself. I was questioning where my future was going to go. And Linda and I had, some conversations about, do I start now? It hasn't even been a year yet, and she goes, well, why not now? Jump on it. And so we began this journey. It's been a process of undoing old tapes, working through other boulders that I have gathered along this thing we call life. Also trying to recalibrate, going from spouse to caregiver to, then flying as a solo agent. And so, yes, life is a journey. And, the hardest part too is that when one encounters death of spouse, it's like there's no roadmap. And people tell you, you're not alone, you're not alone. But yes, one walks this as a solo path because, to give it away for a couple of hours would be delightful, but it just doesn't happen. So working to differently, working to excavate my heart, in that this phenomenon of feelings all of a sudden emerged in my life. And that in and of itself was scary stuff. I will say, my walkaways, and I've been working with Linda now for the better part of a year and a half, new ways of seeing, new ways of hearing, new ways of being, new ways of knowing. And I am now at a point where I'm re-engaging in life. And it's been a long time coming because I've had to be selfless. And so now I'm working on this being and what has come of it. And, in the middle of COVID where, the fear of being in isolation and alone, I did the, eat myself and new technology and stuff as a teacher, but I'm walking away now with improved health, engaging in a rigorous exercise program, watching what I'm eating, discovery in the world around me, where I was living this far from myself for a very long time. I have also been able to say, hey, I'm a good person, affirming my growth, affirming that I am going places, but also listening and hearing when people are being affirming of my growth, which is very difficult. But to say, thank you, and I appreciate what you're giving back to me. And then also recognizing that in my journey forward, there are things that I'd like for my life, and um, where I'm and for where I'm going, and for where I am. And it's, again, an importance to recognize that in myself, in going, I'm off to, for, this next chapter, come what may. So, Linda, I am truly grateful for helping me navigate this, and my introverted self sitting here in front of all of you and sharing these aspects of my growth is also, I think, a testament to how far I've come, and belief in self.
Thank you.
So thank you.
And yes, hearing you share in front of this group, I truly appreciate that and know how far you've come to be able to do that. And so thank you very much. And just give people a tiny insight into what it's like working with me.
One of the biggest initial takeaways is, again, walking around in my own shell is, it's easy to tell yourself stories and believe your stuff. And, right from the get-go, very lovingly, says, I'm going to support you in what it is you need to do and grow with. At the same time, if you get yourself off track, I'm going to reel you back in, and not, we are going to change the tapes. Also, just the dynamics of, the tools of breathing, the tools of the guided imagery to, get away from our conscious self and let the unconscious speak, and, re-establish the old patterns to be beneficial to myself. So the paradigm shifts have been amazing, absolutely amazing.
Well, thank you, Mary-Jeanne, for sharing your experience, and it's been a privilege to witness the growth and be a part of that for you. So I thank you very much for sharing that. And I know that the way that you have begun to access information and process it in a different way and realize the flexibility is helping to expand your way of thinking so that you can be more connected to yourself. And
most definitely,
yeah, and really,
and especially being my own, and realizing that I'm my own worst enemy of ignoring myself and my needs, to saying, wait a sec, I'm now at the front of the line, and now is my time to invest in myself, because nobody else is going to do it.
Right. Yeah. You can have somebody who's nice to you, but they're not really doing the care for you. It's and can I just do it? You shared how much of you have donated, and so would you like to share that or not?
Oh, I am happily, and Elaine Lung, this is the point of origin. I have donated 40 pounds of weight to the universe, and I don't want it back. That, and I have also accomplished this past week 500 kilometers of rowing over the past 6 months.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Yeah, and I've invested in a very nice rowing machine, and I already did just a nice, during our break, 1,000 kilometers. 1,000 meters, sorry, and we'll say across Lake Merritt.
Very cool.
It's not sitting idle.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Mary-Jeanne. And I am grateful for the growth that you've experienced and that you are continuing to experience as you're getting out of your own way.
Yes,
To care for yourself.
to you, Linda.
Thank you.